Welcome to the garage, welcome to the channel. I just thought I'd do a quick update on where we're at with the Series 3 Land Rover. I've been getting a few bits done, but I've been waiting on a lot of parts. I'll give you a quick walk around the chassis in a minute and show you where I'm at. But I thought I'd give you a quick pointer. If you're doing a full engine rebuild, sorry my mouth's bone dry. You get one of these supposedly complete gasket kits. This is a Bearmac gasket kit, but they do not come with. It's got all the gaskets, but it hasn't got all the seals. They don't come with the main oil seal for the crankshaft, so you need to order that separate. So I'm just waiting on that part. I completely forgot. I should have known from the last several times I've done this, but I completely forgot. So yeah, well, what I'll do is I'll give you a walk around and then I'll go through what I've used, what I've done it with. So yeah, in fact, actually, while I'm here, what I've been. Trade paints, chassis black. I've been using that. I've used it a few times over the years. I did a friend put a galvanised chassis on his 90. It must be 3 years ago now, and we used that, and it's still like new. So, and it's good stuff. You T-wash it again. Trade paints. T-wash. Always use that on galvanised stuff if you're painting. And then you can just paint that straight on top. There's no need for primer and stuff like that. So yeah, I've had good results from it. And like I said, 3 years and it's still like new. But I also use it on stuff like engine mounts, axles, springs, anything that's going black basically. These are shot blast them. And then just paint it straight on, and it's never failed, never let me down. So as long as the metal's clean underneath, as long as it's not rusty underneath, yeah, it does the job. So it was a bit pitted to start with, but when they're pitted like that, you can go over the wire wheels or whatever you want, and it never gets it all off. I'd just go and get yourself a cheap little shot blasting cabinet, some blasting media, but you don't go if you're getting a cheap little cabinet and you haven't got a massive compressor to power it. Go for some finer blast media. Don't go for the heavy stuff, because it just. I was looking around. I thought I had some somewhere. I have down here. Let's see if I can get it in the view. That stuff, I think it's like iron or something. It's too heavy. You need the really fine stuff. I think it was 60 to 80 grit that I used, and I got it from Machine Mart. Oh yeah. Okay. That's the stuff I'm using. Yeah, it goes through fine. Does a great job. You don't need anything more abrasive than that. Just for doing engine mounts and bits, I've not had a problem with it whatsoever. Yeah, this paint, what I've like I said, I've got to show you around the chassis in a minute. This, after shot blasted, I mean, that's been painted with a brush and it comes up alright. But for the chassis, what I used was the Machine Mart again, little Clark, it's got a 1.8mm tip, I think it's like £33 or something like that. I've got some really good spray guns. I've got the Vilbish GTI Pro Light and another DeVilbish gun, can't remember what it is off the top of my head. But I didn't want to be putting this stuff through it because it's quite thick and they're quite small tips on there. So I went and just got £30 from Machine Mart. I've got a box here. And it goes through fine. I'll just see if it's. I'll just show you the box, and then so it's got a lot of engine parts in there. Yeah, that's for spraying chassis and bits like that. You don't need no more than that. Like I said, that paint I paint over there, prop shafts. I've just done the prop shafts. I'll show you in a minute. The engine, I'm not sure if I mentioned anything about painting the engine block. And what I use for that, what I use, and I always do, and I didn't think to get anything out. Oh, here we go. Go-to place for paint is Paintman paint. I've had that for 2 years. I've done this one tin has done 3 engines, and it's still got loads in it. It's just started. I had to put a bit of thinners in it now just to thin it down a bit. It's starting to go a bit up, but yeah, that's 1K synthetic enamel, C71 Speedline, duck egg blue. It's not expensive, but it's good quality stuff. It's the best way I could describe Paintman paint is it's for enthusiasts, from enthusiasts. They are Land Rover people, and they do every single colour you could ever think of for a Land Rover, and a lot more as well. I think they will pretty much mix you up any sort of paint that you want. Right, what else what was I going to chat about? Like I said, it's just a quick update on how things are going. Just in case anybody's interested. I mean, I was having a funny conversation the other day on the phone with a guy, and I mentioned that I was doing videos on YouTube, and I was like, well, he says, have you got many subscribers, many followers? I says, well, no, I've got about 100 and something. Not a lot. He says, well, why do you bother? I says, because I like helping people. I like to do what I can for people. And if me doing these videos helps a couple of people build their Land Rover, it helps them out. Because I know what it's like to be struggling to get things done, struggling to find information and stuff like that, and sometimes you just need a bit of inspiration. So yeah, I thought I'd do some videos. I'm not saying anything that I don't say to myself. I talk to myself all day. I work by myself most days, especially now we're in lockdown and stuff like that. So I'm talking to myself all day long. I may as well talk to the camera. Right, yeah, I'll go and give you a walk around the chassis, see where we're at. Right. I said this paint, I've just painted them with a brush. They have got new, I can't think what they're called now, joints in there. I just call them joints for giggle. And then I've just painted them all just to tidy them up a little bit. Right, that's just a little shot blasting cabinet. I'm really limited in here until I get a new unit, which I'm hoping will be summertime. I'm limited on what I can, so I want a bigger freestanding shot blasting cabinet and a bigger compressor to power it, but stuck in this garage I'm a bit limited at the minute. So right, the chassis, that paint, it goes on nice. I like it. Like I said, the axles, I've painted all the axles with it, gearbox mounts, bits like that. The gearbox, I'll run through how I managed to get that gearbox clean. That was a total nightmare, absolute nightmare. Yeah, and the chassis is rolling now. I didn't bother filming the gearbox and stuff because it's literally just dropped on, 4 bolts, 2 either side. Done. I have put some weights on there because when the gearbox is sat there on its own, it tends to tip back, puts a lot of stress on them rubber mounts down there, especially if it's going to be there for any length of time. It's constantly trying to tip off, so I've put some weights on the front of there to hold the front end down, just a little bit less stress on them mounts. It could be there for a week or two. So axle's getting rebuilt, that'll probably be next video. thereabouts. I've got new swivel balls to go on the front, they'll be completely stripped, and because if you look at the state of them now, the swivel balls are knackered. You can see the rust on them, they're knackered. So yeah, I got some new ones of them. Yeah, so they'll be completely stripped, rebuilt, all new wheel bearings, new brakes, it's all more or less ready to go. And I'm literally just waiting on a couple of bits. Well, what I'm waiting on, actually, what I didn't realise, when you order the swivel ball kits, I ordered it from Malting's Off-Road. They don't come with oil seal. They come with everything else, everything from there that way, but they don't come with the oil seal. As you can see, we've got a bit of a leak. Floor's wet through. So I can't wait to get out of it. This was never meant to be used for working in. This was meant to be just for storage. But yeah, what I used to get that gearbox clean, something most of us have got laying around in the sheds, is wallpaper stripper. Let's get this over here where I can see it. Where's it gone? There it is. All I've done is put the it's a little old airline, you know, like one of them cheap ones you get from like Aldi for them airline kits. Yeah, in there, steamed it. It softens it up. It don't get it off, but it softens it up, and it was like concrete. It was unbelievable. Yeah, it softens it up, then jet washed it off. I mean, I had parts cleaner on it, I was doing all sorts, and it would not come off. Engine parts everywhere. I've got just about all the engine parts. All I'm waiting for is that crankshaft seal, and I know it looks like a complete higgledy-piggledy mess on there, but believe it or not, I do know where everything is. And yeah, that's about it really. Right, yeah, that's about it. There's not much else I can say about it. Next videos are going to be, depending on what parts turn up first, it'll either be the engine rebuild or the axles. And then I can really get moving on some stuff then, and just what I'm trying to do is wait till I've got all the parts in, ready to go with everything, so I'm not bitting and bobbing. I don't want to start doing something and then go, oh, I've got to wait for parts and stuff. With postage at the minute with everything that's going on, it's ridiculously slow, so you end up with just bits scattered around everywhere and looking like this, which is no good. Yeah, so as usual, if you want to see more, give us a like, subscribe, give us a follow on Instagram, CSM_retro_restorations, and yeah, we'll slowly get this thing built. I'm hoping to get it completely done and finished over the next 2 months, believe it or not. Yeah, as always, thanks for watching, see you soon.